Hi everybody. I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are in the world. Got a little bit of a different kind of video for you today. Still a fidget. It's 3D printed. But yeah, it's a little bit different to everything else I've had so far. And something that actually took me by surprise. Um, this is from a seller in the States. This is from InnocentZombiePrints. It popped up quite randomly for me on Etsy. I was actually searching for Metroid things. This is completely unrelated to Metroid, but I think because of my searches, looking for fidgets, looking for 3D printed fidgets, the recommendations, it came up for some reason, and I saw it and I fell in love with it. I had to get it. It's not an unboxing, I'm afraid, simply because um, there were a lot of problems with getting this, and I'll go into that sort of near the end of the video. So I'll go into the item first, but no fault on the seller's part. But yeah, there were problems with shipping. So this is 3D printed, custom made as well. So there are some options you can choose, and this is actually 2 items. So if you were around in the 80s, 90s like me, and before that, you'll probably remember cassette tapes. I remember having, I didn't have a Walkman. What did I have? I had some kind of cassette player that I used to take to school with cassette tapes. So this was quite nostalgic for me. So basically what it is a fidget spinner of a sort. Something a little bit different. So you can order the actual spinner itself, the cassette spinner, and you can order a case for it, which is reminiscent of those old cassette tape cases, which is awesome. You can choose your colours. The maker has a range of different colour 3D prints that they can make each part out of. They also have different stickers for the front. There's a couple of different designs. One of them kind of reminded me from Canada, from Akira, and I was gonna go for that one because I loved it. But I looked at this, I loved the colours, I loved the design, and it's just Broken Dreams, and I was like, oh yeah, no, that yeah, I can I can relate to that in my life. So yeah, I went with that in the end, and so let's go through. Let's leave the case for now because that was kind of like an addition. And I believe this was around $6 and this was $12, I believe. Of course, Etsy automatically puts things in my currency, so I'm taking a big guess. Okay, so I paid around about, I think, £4 or £5 for this, and then about £9 for this. So £9, £10, I can't remember. So basically, this is like those. I think those key spinners that I've seen that sound awful to me, but this is basically the gist of it. So you've got like the cogs in the middle. So I went with an electric blue colour, and the sort of outer case, which I went for like the nebula purple because I just thought it looked absolutely stunning, and I wanted that kind of bright popping colour, and I think they actually contrast quite well. If you look at the reviews as well, you'll see pictures of like other colour combinations that people have done, and someone did like a pink and electric blue, and it looked really cool. But I'm just not a pink person. I'm not a very girly girl, so yeah. So that's just basically what it does. It can go on a keyring. There's a little hole there for keyring or a lanyard. You could put it on your keys and spin your keys around, but I just don't think that is actually a good idea because I can see them going flying off and breaking something. But yeah, may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I just love the whole design, the execution of it. So the seller has left a link to the original designer for these in their description, and I looked that up, and the designer's also done a single version. So it's like, so if you cut that off, it's just a square and then a little case for it as well, and it looks so cute. But as far as I can tell, no one is making it, so I would love one of those, but I think my uncle has a 3D printer, so I might go and bug him to print it for me if I can get the file. So yeah, that is pretty much it. What I like is, you know, you've got some of the details on the side from a cassette tape, like little screw things there. It's simple, it's cheap. It wasn't particularly cheap to ship over here to the UK, but I didn't really care. I just I love the aesthetic. You know, I was born in the 80s and I grew up in the 90s. You know, I was a child in the 90s, so you know, I got to enjoy a lot of these, you know, really cool things. So yeah, I remember, you know, back in the days of sharing, you know, mixtapes and things like that. You know, make your own mixtape and, you know, give them out to your friends and stuff like that. I used to do that quite a lot. So yeah, it's a cute little thing. I like it. And the bonus is that they also do the case. So again, you can choose your base colour and choose the sticker. So this is like the Galaxy Black. I quite liked it. And obviously the sticker. And it's really nicely finished, actually. There's a couple of little bits that feel a little bit unfinished, but like especially there. But it's not too bad, actually. And I think for the price, that's, I'm paying, what, $6 for this? I like it. I think it works out really well. So yeah, got a sticker, and this is their business card, which is pretty cool because that's holographic, kind of. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really pleased with this. Something very, very different. So, you know, it's going to be different to a normal spinner. You know, it's not the same. It's a bit limited. You know, it's not as amazing as having a proper spinner, but it's just something different. And I've been sort of, since I got it, I've just been, you know, doing that basically. I haven't been doing that so much. That feels a bit weird, but you know, just resting it on your finger and just flicking it around is quite fun. So I think the seller put silicone grease around the cogs, but you can opt not to have it if you don't want it. But I just thought, well, saves me putting some in there, so, you know. It does spin quite well. It makes a swishy sound. Yeah, not really much else to say. It's just a cute little thing. I'll leave a link to the maker in the description, and you know, it goes quite nicely with the whole kind of nostalgic fidget theme, say like with a fidget boy, which are now multiplying and are going to multiply to a massive degree in the new year once I get my other orders in. So yeah, pretty cool. I like it. I need to make a display or something, I think. All these cool retro fidgets, or retro style fidgets. So yeah. So InnocentZombiePrints cassette fidget. I think you can request colours as well. You just have to give them time. It may cost a little bit more for them to get the material in, but I know someone got a glow one. I think you can see one of the pictures in the reviews. I was tempted to ask for a glow, but in the end I just thought, no, I like these colours, and I think it's pretty cool. So thanks to the maker. Oh, and yeah, what happened with the shipping? Obviously, if you're not interested, you can end the video here. I'm not gonna go any further into this fidget itself, but I've done a lot of research on Etsy with their global shipping that they offer, and I have to say I don't recommend that sellers use it. I don't as a seller. I never have. I've always shipped things via raw mail myself, made my own labels, and and sorted it out from there. And touch wood, I've never had any problems so far with my items going worldwide. And I've been an Etsy seller for years because I've got 2 Etsy shops. So basically what happened is I got a package yesterday, and it had something in it that I had not ordered, but the label that was put on it was addressed to me. When I opened it, it was obviously something that had been made for someone by another Etsy maker who I had never ordered from before. And luckily they put their business card in there, because I took a picture, sent it to them, said, I did not order this, however it was addressed to me. I sent them pictures of the packaging and everything, and I said, you've got a customer somewhere who is missing this. I don't know what's happened, but it looks like the wrong label has been put on the package. Now, it was shipped, I think, from a seller in the States, so they confirmed to me that it was actually meant for someone in Australia. And because of this wrong label put on it, it ended up in the UK. So I had a little bit of a research, and I realised that the label actually belonged to this. And I was really worried, because I thought, where on earth has this gone? Of course, Etsy and Royal Mail said this had been delivered yesterday, but of course it hadn't, because I got the package with the wrong label delivered yesterday. So I was really worried. I contacted this seller as well, but the seller of the other item for Australian customer confirmed to me that yes, that shouldn't have happened. They're going to sort out their buyer in Australia and sort them out, but in the meantime I was then sort of a bit worried that this had gone, who knows where. The seller has been fantastic, has been really understanding with this. But from my understanding of Etsy is that they, so from the US, it's handed over to USPS. They do what they have to do. They send it to Ascendia, and then Ascendia send it out worldwide wherever it's got to go. Now, the problem with that is obviously wrong labels get put on things. So I can only imagine that it happened, and it was Ascendia's mistake, because I don't understand how a package destined for Australia would end up in the UK otherwise. So they had exactly the same Royal Mail tracking number on the package I received yesterday that wasn't destined for me, and this one. Now, the only thing yesterday is I did see that after it said it had been delivered and such on the Royal Mail website, I noticed that it had also later arrived at the depot. So I had one hope that perhaps the labels had been duplicated. And that turned out to be the case, because this did arrive today. And the tracking looks terrible, because it says it was delivered yesterday and then it says it was delivered today. So a big mess up there. I don't think it was Royal Mail's issue. I don't think it was their mistake. I actually think it was Ascendia putting on the labels. That's my guess anyway. If I'm wrong, and if anyone can correct me, please do. But I would say any Etsy sellers out there, during my research I found so many complaints about this global shipping provided by Etsy, and I have to say I don't recommend it based on this experience. I mean, it worked out for me, but that poor person in Australia, it hasn't worked out for them. I asked the seller if the courier wanted to fix their mistake. I'm quite happy to for them to collect it, or for me to send it somewhere or whatever, but I think the seller's just going to remake that item for that buyer in Australia. But that's a shame, especially before Christmas. So but anyway, that's enough rambling for me. It was quite complicated, but this seller, InnocentZombiePrints, was very supportive and was great, and I just said, hold off for now, let's see what happens. see if this arrives. So yeah, I've messaged them and told them that it arrived, and thanks for their support. So yeah, bizarre. But anyway, this may or may not be the last video before Christmas. So whatever you celebrate, I wish you happy holidays. And if you don't celebrate at all, then just have a nice day off if you get one. For a change, I actually do have Christmas with my family. Usually I'm working. But yeah, this year I'm actually looking forward to having Christmas with my family. So I am really excited about that. So yeah, happy holidays. Have a wonderful time. Hope you get to relax, eat lots of nice food, and take it easy. And I'll see you in the new year. I've got some different cases that I'm making, which I'm hoping I'll be able to reveal in spring. They're coming along really well. So they're sort of cases for fidgets or whatever you want to put in them, basically. And I have got something from Focusworks coming over from Canada, so there'll be an unboxing at some point for those, and more Fidget Boys. Loads of them. So yeah, take care. I've rambled on long enough. Thank you so much for all your support this year with this YouTube channel. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.